Hi, so in this video we're going to be talking about what it takes to put together one of these outer hexagons. And this is what I call an outer hexagon. So it's the main structure that is connected together in a modular way to create whatever shape, whatever size hexagon wall mount system, Hexahive that you wish. So to create one of these hexagons, you're going to need a few parts. Those parts include 6 vertices, or vertexes, I might sometimes call them. Now these vertexes, when you put together a hexagon, create the corners of that shape. Then we need the edges, 6 edges. These are going to create, obviously, the edges that go in between those corners, those vertices. Like so. And that's going to be what we call the main substrate. So I also split these outer hexagons into two different vertical parts. So we've got the substrate, which is the black bit in this case, and we've got the facade, which is the colourful bit. And the reason we make it out of 2 different materials, or 2 different parts, is because the black material is very, very strong. It provides a really good substrate to build out of. But the facades offer almost unlimited amount of colours. So if someone wants a particular niche colour, then we should be able to accommodate that. So we maintain strength as well as customization. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 12 parts together, the outer hexagon vertices and edges together. And that doesn't take very much. So if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that actually there's a dovetail, a double dovetail joint here, and a receiving double dovetail joint here. There's also here a almost like a lap joint. So we can actually push those together, and that's going to provide even more structural strength when we actually create the whole system. And this should be able to be pushed together with your fingers. So if you're pushing too hard, then you're probably doing something wrong. So just make sure it glides together nice and easily and it sits into place. And that's your first connection made. And if you give it a little wiggle, you can actually see that this is actually quite a strong joint. You can imagine that this replicated over maybe even hundreds of tiles is actually still going to give you a very, very strong wall system. Move ahead onto the next vertex, and so on and so forth, until we've got a complete outer hexagon shape. It doesn't take long to put one of these together in the end. And you can connect as many of these outer hexagons together to create your final shape as you like. And I'll be doing later videos to show you actually what I find is the best practice to do so. And then the last one, you're going to have to fit in between 2 vertices. Probably the simplest way is to do it like that and push together with both your fingers. So that is your substrate, your outer hexagon substrate, ready to have the facade put onto the front. So usually when I ship these, I print them like this, as it comes on a little card. You don't. Usually I take them off the card for you. It's not always the case, but usually you will receive these without the card. If you don't, then as you can see, it doesn't take very long to take them off the card. There's not much waste here either, which is something I try to design in. And we're going to have these vertex facades that go on top of our substrates. And this should just click in very nicely on top. So you don't have to put a lot of force in here, just place them on the top, push down in all corners, and we're there. Now sometimes Sometimes I do this before I even put the substrate together, but it's up to you. What order you do that in. There we go, last one. And you can hear them popping on nicely. That's really what we're aiming at. So once you've got your vertex facades on, it's now time to put the edge facades in. And it usually comes shipped like this. So it comes on a card with your 6 edge vertices. The easiest way I find to get these off is to have it with the pattern side facing you and push the edges away from you for either side. You'll see that they just fall away from the card, and we can once again discard that card. Then once again, just by popping these onto the vertices, you can hear a little snap as they go in. I'll hold actually one up to the camera here. Doesn't take a lot, that's already in. And we can see now that we've put together our outer hexagon. So hopefully you found that relatively easy, and good luck assembling your outer hexagon.